Some people will get a half fellowship, meaning half of their tuition and fees are covered, and some people get a full tuition.
Hey there, you're watching Ask the Art of Applying. In this series, admissions experts on our team answer real questions from our clients who are navigating the grad school application process. Watch this series to gain perspective and get real expert answers to your most pressing application questions. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more application success stories, application tips, advice, and encouragement. Enjoy the video.
Welcome. I'm Adam Miller, a consultant with the Art of Applying and a graduate of the University of Virginia's Darden School of Business. Today we've got a question from our Q&A vault about the Consortium fellowships and how to decide between different schools when you don't yet know the future of who's going to give you a scholarship. So let's take a look at the actual question, and then I will give you my take on how difficult of a question this actually is. The person writes in, I applied to the consortium in round one, so in the fall. And just for quick reference, the consortium is a group of about 20 of the top business schools that have some amazing benefits like scholarship dollars, as well as a streamlined application process to up to 6 schools and access to companies before you even hit the grounds of wherever you're going to go to school. So this person is saying, I'm confused about the half versus full tuition fellowship part of the consortium. Some people will get a half fellowship and some people get a full tuition. I don't know the exact mix of how often those happen. Some people do not get any scholarship dollars at all, and they're just a member of the consortium. And it's totally possible to not be admitted into the consortium membership, but to get admitted to a school that you applied through the consortium. Okay, so that's a lot of information. You can definitely check out the consortium website for more details there, but I'll just go on to the next part of the question. The person says, I received my acceptance to the consortium yesterday, woohoo, but apparently I don't know if I received a scholarship, or the scholarship word that the consortium uses is fellowship, until March. And that's right. Basically, the way they've set it up for at least the last couple of years is that you have these 6 schools that you are saying you really want to go to, and you rank them. And if your number one school on that list decides to admit you in round one, then they and they alone have the opportunity to give you the consortium fellowship right then and there. For any of the other 5, you'll have to wait until March to find out who wants to give you the fellowship. And that's important because that could be a lot of money that you won't have to pay. And so that's why this is such a difficult question. I'll just really quickly say what happened in my case. So I actually did not rank the University of Virginia's Darden School of Business number 1 when I applied to the consortium. Even though I liked the program enough to apply and I ended up obviously going there, they did not have the opportunity to give me a consortium fellowship in round 1. I was going to have to wait until March to find out how that went. And because my number 1 school waitlisted me, and so I was not going to find out about that right away. And so instead, what the school did that was awesome was they decided to give me a different scholarship, right? There's lots of scholarships that the schools have as part of just applying that you're automatically eligible for that fit my background, the things that I had done and the things I was interested in. And so they awarded me that scholarship. So I was a member of the consortium, I was admitted into Darden, and I got a different scholarship. So it's on paper, it's basically the exact same thing as just getting a consortium fellowship. Loved it. And for me, that was good enough to say, you know what, I'm not going to wait for that other school or any of the other schools on my ranking list to figure out how those fellowships are going to shake out. I really liked UVA well enough that I was ready to commit that winter instead of waiting till March. So this person finally says, I have already gotten in now to 2 schools, right? So 2 consortium schools, Berkeley, Haas, and Dartmouth Tuck. And so what do I do? Should I accept both of the letters of acceptance to these programs, because as far as I remember, there's deadlines for when you have to pay some amount of tuition, this deposit money. And if that's before the consortium is going to, if the consortium is going to let you know, then that's going to be, some money you might be out of. And so do you pay this like $1,000 or $2,000 before you even find out? First of all, check the school website, check the consortium website. I don't know off the top of my head how those deadlines are working, and certainly not in the future past the recording of this video. And so what I would highly recommend you do is get on the phone with people from the school, as well as send an email to the consortium explaining the situation. So first thing to do is read what they've got online, and then next get comfortable picking up the phone to figure out if they can either give you a different scholarship or do some other kind of workaround that's possible. Because ultimately the scholarships for the consortium are not coming from the consortium. The consortium gives you the green light and says, yep, we want you to be a member, but the money comes from the school's own foundation, their own endowment. So it has, it's just a pool of money, and they designate it different ways. And so you should definitely be trying to advocate for whichever school you want to go to more to give you that peace of mind if they're planning on giving you financial assistance, to do so as soon as possible so you don't have to wait another 3 months before you find out what's going to happen. So yeah, that's the biggest thing there is, do you want to go to Haas more, or do you want to go to Tuck more? Did you have better vibes when you talk to students at one versus the other? Did you want to live in California and, be near the tech scene? Or did you want to live kind of in the middle of nowhere in the Northeast, and have that remote experience where people can't escape to the big city? So those are very different environments. And the types of alumni are probably on average a little bit different. The types of offerings that you might be interested in, there's probably a difference in the recruiting that you're going to get out of it. So there's all these differences. The most important of which I would argue is the people and the ones that interacted with you and helped you, or lack thereof, that you should be really trying to push for, trying to get some kind of decision out of them sooner rather than later. But you might end up having to wait until March. So the only other thing I'll add here is the actual response that one of our consultants wrote in. She says, congrats on your consortium admission, recent MBA admission, and potential scholarship awards. Keep us posted on what you hear back from the consortium and from the schools. From what I see, it looks like the consortium's fellowship decision could only apply to one school. That's right. You're not going to get the fellowship from multiple schools in March. And it's not transferable once the consortium decision is made. That's it for today's question. Hopefully you found it very informative and a little bit entertaining. If you want any help getting into your dream school, please don't hesitate to reach out to us at theartofapplying.com.
Thanks for watching. Are you ready to take your application process to the next level? The Art of Applying helps you get into the graduate school of your dreams and get money to pay for it. And subscribe to our channel for more application tips and success stories.